Thank you very much. From now on, Director Dahir will lead us the process.
J'étais. Pour le discours, là, où est-ce qu'ils vont le faire?
Mais ici, au lecture.
Harmé Hassan, le micro?
Oui, il est dedans.
Il est dedans? OK. I think we are all well settled. Good morning. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So, dear participants, welcome. Let me first welcome you to all of you in this beautiful coastline city, Djibouti, this hotel called Ayelo. So, let me first recognize the presence of His Excellency, Mr. Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa Shahim, the Minister of Environment and Sustainable Development of the Republic of Djibouti. The presence of His Excellency, Dr. Wargone Gebeyo, the IGAD Secretary Executive. The presence of our really, welcoming the cities, the boss of the cities, we call him the mayor, Mr. Saeed Abdou. Dr. Zaino Umar from the UNDP, the director of the Resilience Hub. Dr. Ahmed Khan from the African Development Bank. He's the chief officer of the fishery. The presence of the resident of FAO in South Sudan, His Excellency Meshak Malo. Hopefully that I pronounced correctly the name. So welcome again, and dear participants, dear colleagues, distinguished, guests. And also, I will not forget, and I will take my apology also again, the presence of the Minister of Transport of Djibouti, the key really about this blue economy, we cannot forget him, Mr. Hassan Ahmed, just in front of me. Excellency, welcome. And thanks a lot, really, that your participations, and he dedicated himself to come to visit and to be part of this opening ceremony. So welcome again, distinguished guest. So this is about the second IGAD, Blue Economy Knowledge Share Fair. The first one, it was done in Mombasa. The main target of this objective, of this knowledge share fair, is really about how we invest our blue economy. We have one of the longest coastlines in these regions, a lot of rivers, body, and the blue economy real investment really is not far from, except maybe Djibouti, the other countries, we are not really getting benefit about the blue economy. In Djibouti economy, if you look at almost, we can say 99% is based about the blue economy. Going from the port logistic, from the fiber, even from the asal, because this asal, you have it, is coming from the blue economy, is from the salt coming from the sea. Then you have it also about even the presence of all this military base. They are there because of the Bab el Mandeb. So you can see the blue economy part. Ethiopia, same, all of us. So now we need to invest a lot. How to now to enhance this natural resource that we have it. Really to bring more, increase our livelihood. So yesterday, we had some technical meetings, Excellencies. It was really discussion between REX and African unions, how to bring more investment in this blue economy sector. Yesterday discussions. So I also with member state. And then after this, we have these 3 days meetings. Tomorrow we will go to the field trips. So the main idea will bring all those now knowledge share in a documentations, guidelines, where everyone now can have access, even outside of the regions. at least to bring also what we are doing on investments in the blue economy. So without further delay, let me first welcome the mayor of the city of Djibouti, Mr. Said Daoud, to give us his welcoming remark. Mr. Said Abdou, the floor is for you.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Honorable ministre de l'Environnement et du Développement durable de la République de Djibouti, honorable ministre des Transports, Excellency ambassadeur, honorable secrétaire exécutif de l'IGAD, chers représentants des institutions régionales et internationales, mesdames et messieurs, distingués invités, tout protocole observé. C'est avec un immense honneur que je me tiens devant vous aujourd'hui pour inaugurer la deuxième édition du Salon de partage des connaissances sur l'économie bleue, organisé par l'IGAD sous le thème « Investir l'économie bleue pour l'intégration régionale ». Ici à Djibouti, ville portière et carrefour du commerce maritime, nous comprenons l'importance cruciale de cette approche. Notre littoral regorge d'un potentiel inexploité et les ressources aquatiques que nous partageons avec nos voisins représentant des ressources inestimables. En tant que ville et autorité locale de la gestion de la ville de Djibouti, nous avons bénéficié directement des efforts et plus particulièrement du secrétaire exécutif de l'IGAD, notamment à travers des initiatives visant à renforcer nos capacités locales et à promouvoir la gestion durable des ressources marines et côtières de la ville. Je tiens également à souligner le soutien précieux de l'IGAD dans l'entretien, le nettoyage de la plage Siesta et du Héron, notamment dans le cadre de notre projet phare zéro déchet. Ces actions concrètes témoignent de l'importance de préserver nos espaces côtiers pour les générations futures, tout en renforçant la résilience de nos écosystèmes. Le thème de cette deuxième édition, investir dans l'économie bleue pour l'intégration régionale, illustre parfaitement la voie à suivre. Il s'agit d'un appel à une action collective pour maximiser les potentiels de l'économie bleue, tout en renforçant la cohésion entre nos nations. À Djibouti, nous croyons fermement que l'intégration régionale est non seulement une nécessité, mais aussi un levier essentiel pour assurer une gestion équitable et durable à nos ressources. Notre municipalité s'engage à jouer un rôle actif dans cette dynamique en mobilisant les acteurs locaux et en soutenant les initiatives favorisant la diversification des moyens de subsistance, la conservation de la biodiversité et le développement économique inclusif, Monsieur le ministre. À cette occasion, en tant que maire de cette ville, tout d'abord, je voudrais remercier le secrétaire exécutif et le ministre de l'Environnement à ces précieuses équipes d'avoir cru à nos capacités en tant que collectivité territoriale à mettre en valeur nos capacités à mettre en œuvre la vision de l'économie bleue sur le terrain. Dans un deuxième temps, je voudrais proposer pour l'avenir l'établissement Monsieur le secrétaire exécutif de l'IGAD, une charte de l'économie bleue pour les maires de villes des pays des membres de l'IGAD. Pour un vrai échange d'expérience de nos villes des pays de l'IGAD. Ensemble, nous pouvons transformer l'économie bleue en un moteur de prospérité partagée, mais cela nécessite une volonté politique forte, des investissements ciblés et surtout une collaboration renforcée entre tous les acteurs, États, institutions régionales, collectivités locales et secteur privé. Je suis convaincu que les échanges qui auront lieu au cours de ces 3 jours porteront de fruits concrets et traceront une voie claire vers un avenir dont nos ressources marines seront utilisées durablement pour le bénéfice de tous. À cette occasion, je vous accueille d'être le bienvenu dans cette belle ville qui est la capitale de la République de Djibouti. Soyez les bienvenus et merci de votre attention.
Thanks, Mr. the Mayor Said Daoud. Thanks also to point it. We have joint starting initiatives under the leadership of His Excellency Dr. Bourgogne, and with the Mayor of Djibouti, part of the blue economy on the tourism sectors, how really we rehabilitate the beach of the east of Djibouti, really as a kind of a side pilot. And thanks to Said Daoud, proposed that now we scale up to all the capitals of the regions. And now, before I welcome Dr. Zainu from the UNDP, for us in IGAD, the blue economy is all the water body. Groundwater is part of the blue economy, and we start an initiative called Groundwater Access Facility. Now, how we go investment also in our aquifers, like for the all dried area, like Djibouti, is a really key aspect. Is our own naturals that we have it. So welcome, Dr. Zainu Umar, Director of the Hub of the Resilience from UNDP, to give us his welcome remark.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Dr. Wargner Gabayo, Executive Secretary of IGAD, and my dear brother, Your Excellency Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa Helm, Minister of Environment and Sustainable Development of the Republic of Djibouti, actually our generous host. I have to recognize also the presence of the Transport Minister for the Republic of Djibouti, and of course our generous host, the Mayor. Excellencies, IGAD member states, representatives, ambassadors, representatives of UN agencies, international financial institutions, development partners, civil society representatives, ladies and gentlemen, it is a distinct honor to join you here in Djibouti for the second Blue Economy Knowledge Share Fair organized by IGAD under the theme Investing in Blue Economy for Regional Integration. Allow me to express my deepest gratitude to the government of Djibouti for hosting this critical event, and to IGAD under the outstanding leadership of my dear brother, Dr. Wargner Gabayo, for championing and advancing the blue economy agenda in the IGAD region. I commend IGAD's timely and strategic engagement in leading stakeholders across the region on this transformative agenda. This reflects not only the proactive and visionary leadership of Dr. Wargner, but also the analytical depth and technical expertise of IGAD's professionals and experts. UNDP is proud of its enduring partnership with IGAD and remains committed to supporting this and other groundbreaking initiatives that contribute to the sustainable development and resilience of the region. The blue economy represents a unique and transformative opportunity for the IGAD region and Africa at large. It aligns seamlessly with IGAD's development strategy, Agenda 2063's Africa We Want, and the UNDP strategic offer for Africa. Together, these frameworks emphasize the critical importance of sustainability, inclusivity, and shared prosperity. By harnessing the immense potential of our oceans and seas, coastlines and banks, rivers, lakes, and groundwater resources, we can unlock unparalleled economic opportunities while safeguarding our environment and uplifting the lives of our communities. In collaboration with IGAD and the African Union Commission, AUC, UNDP is proud to contribute to this transformative vision. Under IGAD's political leadership and UNDP's technical guidance, we have successfully brought together member states, UN agencies, international financial institutions, and the private sector in support of groundbreaking initiatives. One such initiative is the Groundwater Access Facility, abbreviated as GAFA, aimed at the productive use of the region's immense groundwater potential for development, which was officially launched in Jigjiga, Ethiopia in May 2024, with participation from 6 water ministers, development partners, and key stakeholders. GAFA establishes a robust information management system hosted by IGAD to guide groundwater investments. The initiative prioritizes drought resilience and includes pipelines of 50 projects across IGAD member countries, garnering significant attention from policymakers and development partners alike. Through the UNDP AUC Blue Economy Transformation Program, we support evidence-based national and regional policies, promote inclusive value chains, and enhance environmental sustainability and resilience across the continent. Empowering policymakers through the Blue Leadership Program to design and implement impactful strategies is another UNDP's initiative. In promoting innovation and entrepreneurship, platforms like the Africa Blue Innovation Hub and the Use Blue Innovation Challenge foster solutions in sectors such as marine, renewable energy, blue biotechnology, and sustainable aquaculture. UNDP also supporting trade facilitation under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area to create opportunities for youth and women while strengthening regional value chains. To support environmental sustainability, integrating blue carbon and ecosystem services into climate action plans, and advancing marine spatial planning to conserve biodiversity and reduce pollution is another very critical intervention. To empower empowering women entrepreneurs through initiatives such as Blue Economy for Women, and promoting youth-led enterprises and employment opportunity is another very important intervention led by UNDP. This knowledge share fair is a vital platform for fostering collaboration among governments, regional organizations, and development partners. I urge all participants to leverage this opportunity to invest in data and information management system to ensure development investments are sustainable and environmentally sound. Promote infrastructure, technology, and innovation to accelerate policy implementation and deliver tangible outcomes. Champion inclusive and sustainable solutions to bridge gaps and ensure equitable benefit from the blue economy. Engage actively in discussions to align on actionable solutions that drive regional integration and sustainable growth. In conclusion, as we embark on this journey together, UNDP reaffirms its unwavering commitment to supporting Africa's blue economy transformation. Let us seize this moment to build synergies, strengthen impactful partnerships, and advance a shared vision of resilience, inclusivity, and sustainable prosperity for all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Zainu. Before I call the FAO representative from South Sudan, Dr. Mashak, and FAO really is one of our really key partners. We work a lot on the food security and aspects, which we really rate about the fish. Not only now, but also now we are trying to go to new initiatives about now, because of the COVID, there were a global agenda, call it, the One Health approach. So it's a more integrated approach between the interactions of human, environment, and health. But mainly they were focusing on the terrestrial. So now what we are trying, because FAO is one of the implementing agencies at the global level of the One Health approach. So now what we are trying to move a little bit ahead and to fill the gap on the One Health approach applied to the aquatic and resource. Because this aquatic resource, it will have an impact on our health. So now really, FAO, we are trying now to go on this new agenda also. So welcome His Excellency Mr. Mashak to give his welcoming remark. Please.
Thank you so much, Director Elmi, for those kind words. And first, permit me, because I've been here with the participants since the beginning, to really thank the people and the government of Djibouti for the very good welcome that we have received since we arrived here. So thank you so much to the Mayor. Thank you so much to the Minister of Environment and Sustainable Development. Thank you so much, the Minister of Transport, on behalf of all of us for the warm welcome. Thank you so much, Executive Secretary. It's also been nice seeing you. We had many years together in Ethiopia in my starting of my career in the UN. My colleague from UNDP, it's always a pleasure within the UN family and other UN colleagues. And we've had a good time here with Dr. Hamed Khan from African Development Bank, and we do thank him for the commitment to continue working. Excellencies, it's been a very good camaraderie and friendship as we've been here. For me personally, when we started, Dr. Wasi gave the overview of this meeting. He's my university colleague, and as usual, it's always nice to see people you are students together with make such a presentation. Dr. Shete, also my old colleague. So it's been a meeting of friends, and even meeting new colleagues has been wonderful in this place. So first, Executive Secretary is to bring the greetings of FAO from various levels, from the FAO Director General, and especially from our regional representative, your brother, who sent a lot of greetings as I represent the East African sub-region. For FAO, this is an important topic, especially for Eastern Africa. You know, we aim for a world of zero hunger. As my colleague from UNDP would mention, before we had the Millennium Development Goals, where it had an aim to halve the number of people that are hungry. But for the Sustainable Development Goal, the globe said, why are we saying half the number hungry? Whose child is that you want to remain as the hungry one? And so the world took a global objective for the zero hunger. But still in Eastern Africa, we still continue to consume about 18% of global world food aid. That is not good when we have lots of fishery resources. How can we convert that? The number of children that are malnourished will still continue to lead, and we believe that the blue economy should make that change here at home first, so that every child can go to bed full. That's very important. When we look at some statistics on consumption of fish per kilo per year, the East Africa, we're at an average of 6 kilograms per person per year. Africa average is at 10 kilograms per person per year, and it has been increased because of North Africa, where the consumption of fish is high. The world average is at 20.5 kilograms per person per year. And that reflects the nutritional aspects that we see. So it is projected that if by 2050, East Africa alone, the region that IGAD represents, is to reach the global average of 20.5 kilograms per year, we need an increase of plus 284% by 2050. So our work is cut out. Second, despite all this potential, Africa is a net importer of aquatic products. In South Sudan, although we are asking the question, why can't we not eat what we produce and produce what we eat? Executive Secretary, we believe that at a political stage, you got the muscles and push that we can help to elevate this. Why can't we not eat what we produce and produce what we eat? Because we remain a net importer. So in terms of solutions, for today I want to raise two main areas. And as FAO, we liked so much the latter part of this meeting, which said investing for regional integration. And for FAO, we strongly believe that in this part is where IGAD can play a critical role in ensuring that integration, that regional integration. And that's why we find this meeting be important, because it's looking at partnership and knowledge sharing. Together, if we regionally integrate, we can do great. Last week in my village, someone was asking a question, Executive Secretary and Minister, what have you done with your friend when you reflect? And he was giving an example that when Steve Jobs and his friend Jeff Bezos, they came up with Apple. And we know that's a global brand. Bill Gates and Paul Allen came up with Microsoft. And we know how much this is important. Larry Page and Sergey Brin came up with Google. So at the end of the day, as we looked at that latter part, Executive Secretary of Regional Integration, there is a way in which IGAD can help Kenya and Ethiopia come up with something. So that we will boast that our friendship, as my mother was asking me, what have you done with your friend? This friend you keep on walking with, have you just been drinking or going to dance? So IGAD plays that critical role that can bring us together so that we can do something. I love yesterday when we looked at, initially when IGAD was brought up, then the heads of states, government and state, wanted us to fight desertification. You know, it's a good way of them. By then, they had seen that climate change will be there, but they just named it desertification. So they were coming together as friends for that. And I like the fact that finally, we are going to look at the private sector, because as FAO, we believe under the Hand in Hand initiative that the private sector will play a critical role in making sure that we are able to unlock this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Mashek, for this really great welcoming and also opportunity to give us how to go about the fish aspect, which is one of the components of the blue economy. Because now we'll call out my friends and really, you know, one of our really great support as a partner, the Africa Development Bank, represented by Dr. Ahmed Khan, and to bring our visions and excellency before you come to your remark. The IVDB now, now they are going to invest not only about the trade corridor, about the goods, but now also in new corridors, call it sea to the source. From the river is going to the sea. So there is also a new corridor that now they have to go to investment and part. So welcome, Dr. Ahmed, for your remark.
Thank you very much, my brother, Director Elmi. Your Excellency, the Executive Secretary of IGAD, Dr. Wokni Gabayuhu. Your Excellency, Dr. Zenu Umar, Director of the UNDP Resilience Hub in Eastern Africa, for Africa as a whole, actually. My brother, the Excellency, Dr. Meshak Malo, the FAO Resident Representative of South Sudan. His Excellency, Honorable Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa Halem, Minister of Environment and Sustainable Development and Fisheries of the Republic of Djibouti. His Excellency, Hassan Hamed, Minister of Transportation. The Mayor of the beautiful city of Djibouti, Mr. Said Daoud. Representatives of the diplomatic corps, the private sector, and civil society, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Good morning to you all. Bonjour à tous. On behalf of the Agribusiness Division and the Directorate of Agriculture and Agro-Industry of the African Development Bank, I am honored and delighted to be part of this second Knowledge Fair and to commend His Excellency, Dr. Gabayuhu, for the timeliness of this very important strategic gathering, especially after COP29, and the opportunity to talk about blue economy, regional integration, and resilience. As you know, the blue economy is central to the bank's transformation and its new 10-year strategy. The blue economy is a multi-billion-dollar investment to the bank. And as we have heard over the past day or so, the global outlook of the blue economy is in trillions of dollars, of which seafood production and trade is about $250 million a year. We should not be importing fish when we have so much within our backyards, within our lakes, within our oceans. Blue tourism is the word of the day. It accounts for about 10% of the continent's GDP. As for maritime transportation, I'm really honored the Honorable Minister is here. It constitutes 80% of Africa's trade by sea shipping alone, which supports crucial market access as well as trade corridors. Blue port development, given that Djibouti City is a hub in terms of regional integration, has increased over the past decade from 256 metric tons in 2010 to about 2 billion in 2016. This is a priority for the African Development Bank. And its aim is to increase this within the private sector strategy, as well as to align it with the African Union 2050 Integrated Maritime Strategy. The bank has been supporting ocean economy since its founding years, and will continue to do so as we become 60 this year. But what distinguishes the blue economy today, as before, is really about the future we want. And now, in our planning and development, we pay attention to other things, not just the extractive aspect of the blue economy, but as my brother said just now, biodiversity, natural resources are key, especially those that you cannot eat. Blue carbon, mangroves, all of these are important. We tend to use multiple instruments these days, not just management, but also governance, considering that it's a nation state. Management goes beyond nation state, and it takes a region to make it happen. We have also utilized multiple financial instruments, such as blue bonds, blue carbon pricing, and to explore areas beyond national jurisdiction, and to tap into new technology and technology transfer. The blue economy contributes to the bank's high five priorities in multiple ways. Power Africa through renewable energy, tidal and hydro. Feed Africa, which is the basis of my presence here, boosting fisheries and aquaculture production, not only for household consumption, but for value addition, trade, and competitive exports. Industrialize Africa, about technology, infrastructure supports, and logistics. Integrate Africa through trade corridors, special economic zones, as well as innovation. And finally, to improve the quality of life of Africans through material well-being and economic resilience. Your Excellencies, distinguished participants, multiple opportunities present itself in the blue economy, which can be sectorial, as we mentioned yesterday, in fish value chains or ecotourism, but can also be integrative and regional in scope, especially when it comes to transboundary management. As part of the bank's Eastern Africa Regional Integration Strategy paper, which is well aligned with the IGAD Blue Economy Strategy, infrastructure development and value chain enhancement is central to trade facilitation as well as to regional integration, especially given the context of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Given this, the bank is supporting IGAD proudly with a 5.3 million grant from the Transition State Facility to enhance food and nutritional security, employment opportunities, intra-regional trade, and to build the adaptive capacity in the context of climate change. The specific objectives of this particular support is to promote intra-regional fish trade through policy and regulatory harmonization, ensure sustainable fisheries governance through the implementation of integrated management plans, and to support the port state measures and to deter illegal, unregulated, and unreported fishing. And finally, to build climate resilience and institutional capacity towards knowledge and human development, and to promote the overall material well-being. Your Excellencies, distinguished participants, we need to explore new instruments to develop specific and new financing mechanisms linked to the blue economy. Whether we're talking about payment for ecosystem services when it comes to biodiversity, conservation levies, blue bonds, disaster reliefs, and insurance programs. We need to think about innovation with impact. We need to think about social bonds, as well as how to align other innovative instruments with foreign direct investment. But more so importantly for member states, larger national and sovereign contributions to the food, job, trade nexus in the blue economy is important for GDP. The private sector is key. Public-private partnership and port infrastructure development are central to this, and the focus on supporting marine, biotech startups, and adopting best practices in good governance. And finally, co-financing and partnership, working with our partners such as the World Bank and IGAD and others to mobilize more resources for the region. Your Excellencies, distinguished participants, I would like to conclude by reiterating our congratulations to the IGAD Secretariat for this milestone and for providing us an opportunity to work with you and to partake in this November gathering. We look forward to a rich policy dialogue to develop and design together integrative economic projects and to explore suites of financial instruments that the bank has. The bank stands ready to accompany IGAD and the member states in this particular transformative journey, together with other development partners such as the UN agencies, and to mobilize further resources in implementation support, especially with recently validated national strategies and action plans. I thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Thanks, Dr. Ahmed. And we always appreciate, the support really about the bank. It's one of our key partners. So before I introduce His Excellency Dr. Wargani, and now I will take the opportunity to have the microphone, Excellency, so I can speak now. So I will be frank here. He's really, what I want to bring before he come, I welcome him. He's a very, humble person. I have the opportunity to work with him 5 years, since 5 years. And how now we come with the blue economy? I want to say some few words. At least you can understand and then how we come with this blue economy. His Excellency, I will speak on, some side that maybe some of you don't know him. They're really champions about the blue economy from his own personal experience. He was the Minister of the Transport of Ethiopia, where the main economy is really related about the blue economy. Now our new trade rail that we see in Djibouti, which is part about the trade market. He was one of the initiatives that we put it to build this new trade road. I think most of the people as here we don't know. Even if I don't know this, I will take the opportunity of the Minister of Transport of Djibouti, that his presence. The Ethiopia government, they have almost 10 ships. And one of the real aspects why they have 10 ships, now we can understand. And how now really we push it for this blue economy agenda. We have what we call it deep sea shipping. Now, ocean to the ocean. If now they are in this business, in our African continent, we have 0%. Like now, if America asked us to all of our 54 countries in Africa to send some ships there to bring our items, we don't have any ships there. Then now we have this hub coming to Dubai. But then the questions, there's more ships coming to Dubai, bringing to the Djibouti. But this is wasting money. And he was part of the initiatives to bring 10 ships, so call it the capital, Jigjiga, all the names of the Ethiopia regional and state names, to reduce the cost of these ships. So now Ethiopia, they are able to send their own small ships, and this economy now only in Africa is only 2%. It's called short sea shipping. En français, ça s'appelle le capotage de cette économie. So really, this is a real, you can see, is a real visions beyond the lines. So, and when he came to, he joined in the leadership of IGAD, we don't have this kind of blue economy, with those we have these coastlines. The first, you know, and on our division of agriculture said, and thanks to him that he gave me to support this agenda, said, now, really, if we want really to be serious, we have to go to the blue economy. Then he said that now, let us work on this agenda. So these new visions come on board, and somehow if you are here, you know, because of these visions, because he has really, if the real expert of this blue economy, these regions, he will be one of the one. Because of now you can see why I'm telling you, now in Djibouti, if we want to bring some items from Dubai, using the Ethiopian ships, we cannot, because of the insurance. These are another steps that we have to go there. So the Minister of Transport Djibouti is there. So welcome His Excellency, Dr. Wargone Gabayu, to give us, you know, his welcoming remark.
Thank you very much, Director Dahir, for introducing me very well for the audience. Thank you for your humble words. And also I want to thank you and your team for organizing this very important gathering. There is no place than Djibouti to talk about blue economy. This is the ideal place to talk, not only to talk, to discuss, to analyze and implement the issue which is related to blue economy. So thank you very much. So let me recognize the guest of honor, my brother, Your Excellency, Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa, Minister of Environment and Sustainable Development. We worked briefly together as a Minister of Transport. When I was a Minister of Transport, he was a Minister of Transport here. I also want to recognize the presence of His Excellency Minister Hassan, Minister of Transport, one of a very key driving force for the blue economy. So I also want to thank him to coming here and participate. And also our host, the mayor, Mr. Said Daud, who is really trying and working very closely with us to make this great city of the Horn of Africa a greater. Most importantly, the host country of IGAD, which the people and the government of Djibouti has hosted us for the last 36, 37 years. All the family of IGAD, with all their children's family from 8 member states, we are living here as a part and parcel of the family of this great country. So we are very thankful to you, and most importantly, we are thankful for His Excellency President Ismail Omar Gile. He is also chairing this organization ably and making us to get a lot of success in our endeavor. My brother, Dr. Zainu Jamal, he is heading the very critical portfolio in UNDP, that is the head of director of the Resilience Hub for Africa. We worked together for a long time, and I'm very happy to have him here and to contribute as a key partner. And also representatives from FAO, from African Development Bank, all friends, families, member states from our member states. So I am delighted to have this opportunity to welcome you all to the IGAD Blue Economy Knowledge Share Fair here in the beautiful and majestic city of Djibouti, the headquarters of IGAD and one of the literal members of IGAD. In May 2023, Djibouti adopted its national blue economy strategy developed with the support of IGAD. The blue economy is a significant sector of the national economy in Djibouti, contributing approximately 90% of the national GDP and accounts 27% of the total jobs in our host country. The strategy is therefore vital in aiding the development of the country's blue economy and positioning our member state and host country to be a regional power in the development of this very important sector and contributing toward the realization of the vision of Djibouti blue economy. This is the second blue economy knowledge share fair organized by IGAD, following our inaugural event in June 2023 in Mombasa, Kenya, which was jointly organized with the African Union, Inter-Africa Bureau for Animal Resources, and the European Union-funded EcoFish program. It is therefore great honor that you have all responded positively to the initiative, and your presence here is the testament of your commitment for this new economic sphere. I would like to take this opportunity to thank also the government of the Kingdom of Sweden for all the assistance extended to IGAD regional programs and projects, and particularly for the support to the IGAD Blue Economy project through the Swedish International Development Cooperation. A lot of speakers have said the significance of the blue economy. Let me raise 2 points here, just the data. Globally, the blue economy is estimated to worth between $1.5 trillion up to $3 trillion annually. Imagine the amount of the money. Fisheries and aquaculture contribute approximately $100 billion per year and support around 260 million jobs worldwide. Coastal tourism on its own generates about $161 billion annually, which is approximately 59% of the combined GDP of our member states. The blue economy accounts for roughly 3.5% to 7% of the global GDP and employs about 1% of the global workforce, or approximately that 1% is 35 million. While approximately 8% of the world's population, that is 640 million people, or more than twice of the IGAD population, is live with this blue economy. That can show you, this data can show you how the blue economy is critical, especially for those of us in this region. So our region, our member states of the IGAD have aggregated exclusive economic zone of 1.1 million square meters. That is close to 7,000 kilometers of the coastline that these member states have. The region also boasts significant freshwater bodies such as Great Lakes, transboundary lakes, and internationally recognized waters and so on. But based upon vis-a-vis the data which I mentioned to you, the blue economy potential in our region is largely underutilized. That's why we are echoing. That is why we are advocating for our leaders, heads of states and governments, for our ministers here. This is the area that we have to focus and tap the untapped wealth of this region. So, as we gather here today, I want to emphasize the knowledge generation and information sharing among all stakeholders, from member states and policymakers this gathering should be not only the gathering only for discussion or academic discourse. When we are talking about blue economy of the region, especially the IGAD region, we are talking about the real thing that really can contribute or change the dynamism of the economy of this region. The fair, therefore, provides invaluable platform for exchanging ideas on best practice that we are doing here, and also definitely the outcome will be the suggestion as collectively as IGAD, as one of the speakers says, we can integrate this region through blue economy. We have a lot of challenges in this region. We have conflicts, the deficiency of peace, but also we have a great things, great potential. We are the people we cannot separate. We are inseparably connected. We will not go anywhere. If we grow up together. So one of the vehicles which we can take us to the development is the blue economy. So this is a very important point and a very important agenda for IGAD and for our member states. Let me conclude saying that IGAD's key priority is bringing together our member states for experience sharing, coordination, and cooperation among themselves to tap into the huge reservoir of wealth that is blue economy. So blue economy is not a machine. That is the thing that we have it before. We were together for centuries, more than that, but it's the time to make it, available like the way we are doing it, agriculture, cattle herding, and all the things that we are doing, the traditional or modern agriculture. This is one of the very important components of the economy. So, to move forward, Your Excellencies, dear brothers and sisters, it is crucial that we deepen our collaboration with all partners, which they are here, the banks, the United Nations, and all entities from the United Nations here. Let us work together for the betterment of the region. And in addition, this betterment of the region is absolutely, definitely, that means a betterment of the continent and beyond. I want to say finally also this opportunity to thank the host country, as I have said, His Excellency the President, and the people of the Republic of Djibouti for their unwavering support and leadership of IGAD to play its role in fostering regional peace and security as we are driving economic development and integration. And also, I wish for all the people who are doing this exercise, this discussion, not only the discussion that will bring us to another level in the issue of economy to the next high level. I thank you very much. Thank you, Daher, very much.
Thanks, Excellency, for the wise recommendations, speech. We will take a note very well, and we will give you the recommendation about the panel discussions, all the report. So before I call His Excellency, the Minister of Environment and Sustainable Development of Djibouti, His Excellency Abdul Ghadri. And one thing really he helped us, really, it was really, we got some challenging in Djibouti, for the national blue economy strategy, because it was different aspects, different multi-stakeholders. And really we thank, as the Excellency, you mentioned it, His Ministry really for the support, his well understanding, and really, his own leadership. Welcome, Excellency, for your welcome remark.
Excellences, Monsieur le Ministre des Transports, Monsieur Hassan Mohamed Moussa, Monsieur le Secrétaire exécutif de l'IGAD, Dr Warkane Gabayou, Monsieur le maire de Djibouti, Monsieur le représentant de la Banque africaine de développement, Monsieur le représentant de l'UNDP Africa, Monsieur le représentant de la FAO de Sud-Soudan, honorables invités, salam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, je vous souhaite la bienvenue à Djibouti. Mesdames et messieurs, c'est un réel plaisir pour moi d'être parmi vous à l'ouverture de la deuxième édition de la foire d'échange sur l'économie bleue. L'économie des océans et des autres masses d'eau du monde, également connue sous le nom de l'économie bleue, est devenue une notion importante développée dans le discours mondial sur le progrès économique et la conservation des ressources naturelles. Pour rappel, le concept de l'économie bleue a été introduit pour la première fois lors de la conférence des Nations Unies sur le développement durable qui s'est tenue à Rio de Janeiro en 2012. L'économie bleue vise à améliorer le bien-être humain par la croissance économique, mais aussi l'inclusion et l'amélioration des moyens de subsistance tout en contribuant à la durabilité environnementale des océans et des zones côtières. Avec son caractère inclusif, l'économie bleue s'inscrit dans la logique de l'agenda des Nations Unies et embrasse tous les objectifs de développement durable. Mesdames et messieurs, la prise de conscience croissante des avantages des océans pour nos économies et nos sociétés, associée à la prise de conscience de multiples menaces, notamment la surexploitation des ressources marines, la pollution marine, le changement climatique et l'acidification des océans, déclenche une dynamique accrue en faveur d'un meilleur système de protection et d'utilisation durable des ressources marines. La préservation et la protection de nos océans garantiront la durabilité de notre planète. Mais cette préservation doit également s'accompagner d'actions, à savoir lutter contre les inégalités et les pratiques néfastes qui entachent la gouvernance des océans. Mesdames et messieurs, l'excellent discours prononcé par le président de la République, son Excellence M. Ismaïl Omar Guelleh, lors du sommet Climat-Afrique à Nairobi, confirme la volonté de l'action du gouvernement dans le secteur de l'économie bleue. Comme vous le savez, à l'instar des autres pays de membres de l'IGAD, la République de Djibouti a élaboré sa propre stratégie nationale de l'économie bleue au cours de l'année 2023. Engagé dans cette dynamique, Djibouti se positionne comme un acteur investi dans les agendas mondiaux et régionaux qui pourrait apporter sa contribution au développement d'une économie durable et inclusive. Le développement d'une économie bleue est une véritable opportunité pour la désertification de l'économie de notre pays. En effet, la transition vers l'économie bleue créera des opportunités sous forme d'emplois bleus dans de nouveaux secteurs émergents comme l'aquaculture, l'énergie éolienne offshore, l'énergie océanique et le tourisme côtier. En outre, l'ampleur de l'urgence climatique obligera les pays d'Afrique à se tourner vers les modes de production et de consommation plus durables au cours des prochaines décennies. Mesdames et messieurs, honorables invités, l'événement qui nous réunit ce matin vise à promouvoir le développement inclusif et durable de l'économie bleue. Par ailleurs, il permet de renforcer la coopération et l'intégration régionale dans l'exploitation des ressources marines et aquatiques. Les retombées positives de ces exploitations durables sont la préservation des écosystèmes marins, tout en soutenant la croissance socio-économique et la réduction de la pauvreté dans la Corne de l'Afrique. Chers participants, je ne doute pas de la pertinence des résultats qui vont sortir de vos travaux ou expositions. Je vous exhorte donc à des discussions franches, constructives et enrichissantes pour une meilleure compréhension de l'intégration régionale de l'économie bleue. Tout en souhaitant la bienvenue et plein succès à vos travaux, je déclare donc ouverte la deuxième foire régionale sur l'économie bleue. Je vous remercie de votre aimable attention. Salam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thanks, Excellency. So I think we'll go straight forward, maybe to go to the exhibition site to cut the ribbon. Then we'll take the group photo over there. And in front of the sea.